Our focus is very simple: take care of the football, discipline. That's what we haven't been disciplined to do what we're coached to do. We've been somewhere around 80% of the time, but we really focused on being disciplined in our techniques and our fundamentals, and then and owning the football. I think special teams is going to be a big factor in this game, and we had a good practice day and good preparation. Questions?
We've gotten some good kickoff returns through the first two games. You feel like you guys are really?
I think our special teams units have played well. I love the attitude. I love the attitude of these players here. I mean, they've really, especially our special teams guys, have really bought into what we're doing, and really, they have a limited time. We spend about 20-25 minutes a day on special teams, and we're spending an hour and a half on the rest of the stuff. So I've been very pleased. And there's I guess tackling Eddie's kind of the leader, and Pecora, and Trivets has been outstanding. I mean, Eiffel. There's a whole bunch of those kids that are backup roles that just really take pride in the special teams part of it, understand the significance of it, and I really like their attitude and their approach, and they want to be good. And I told them today the most important play on offense is going to be the first kickoff return, and then the most important play on defense is going to be the kickoffs. So field position is going to be a big factor. And, we got to kick the ball better. We have this week. You got to punt it and kick it better. Other than the punting and kicking part of it, which is a big part of it, the units have been very impressive. I look for those guys. Harper's been very accurate this week, and he far and away has the talent to do it. We just got to get him ironed out. And then Yonklik has not gotten many opportunities to punt. I think he's punted maybe 4 times or something like that, 4 or 5 times all year. And he's capable of much better than what he's doing. I think he's I don't know what he's averaged. I think it's the low 40s or something like that.
I think maybe you've talked in general about Iowa's offense and kind of the things they like to do. Maybe could you get into some detail about the quarterback skill set, the running backs, receivers? Maybe?
Yeah, I think the key to their offense is their offensive line. Very good offensive line. Typical Iowa offensive line. Physical, tough, hard-nosed, very disciplined. Coach Ferentz's son, the center, is outstanding. Big-time zone blocking team. I've seen him reach 3 techniques on the zone. Very impressed with their offensive line. We've got to play great fundamental football up front, and they're very tough. They rely heavily on the run game naturally. They're going to hand the ball off, 28, 34 times to the tailback, and he's a bruiser. He's a big, strong, physical guy that you got to tackle. So I think their offense, what makes it work is their physicality up front. And then their tailback. The quarterback is a very good decision maker. He's been very efficient. They got 2 special wideouts that can flat stretch the field vertically. That we're going to have to, that propose a challenge for us. So they're a run, play, action, pass team, very balanced. Offensively, I think they're a very strong unit.
Is there anything new this week? It's the first road game. Any, the travel routines, preparing the players for that, the mental aspect of it?
It's just new for them. It'll be new for them, how we do things. But the thing about, in town, we stay at a hotel in town, so they're used to staying in the hotel, and they're used to kind of how we operate. And I don't have, other people do all that stuff. We just get on the plane and go, we do pretty much the same routine, whether we're in town or out of town. And we'll go by the stadium. I always like to go to the stadium where we're playing, just to make them a little familiar with the surroundings, and just more than anything, it's the mental focus time. So it'll be pretty similar really to at home. You'll be sleeping in a hotel bed, and we go through pretty much the same meetings. Got an early kickoff, so our meeting times will be a little bit different, but other than that, it's pretty standard.
The Big East has had some criticisms over the years, and this week up there, there's 5 games with other BCS teams. Southern Cal, Maryland. I know you're focused on your team, your game, but is this a week that maybe the Big East could open some eyes?
Yeah, I said that early in the year. We need to have a breakout year. I think one of the things that hurts the Big East is such parity in the league. There's they beat up each other. Is what's happened. I think there's been 3 or 4 different champions over the last 4 years, and we've already started off. South Florida came out with a big win over Notre Dame, and we need to continue those things. And I think this week is a big week for the Big East.
Todd, you mentioned the 11 o'clock start time. Have you had much experience with early kickoffs, and do you do anything different with your early routine to get them?
Kind of like it. I mean, we practice every day at 9 o'clock, 9 to 11 every day. So, I like it. I like early afternoon games, and, that's one of the advantages, I think, about practicing in the morning. So there's not anything we'll do any different because we're used to being up that time anyway.
You looking forward to a performance where you don't have to field questions about the quarterback position afterwards?
Well, I'm just looking forward to a performance, and I've got a great belief that this is going to, our guys are going to play their best game, and that's at the end of the day, I told the guys we're 2-0. We've got to trust what we've been coached to do, and I'm looking for our guys to play their best game. I just want, my whole deal is, I don't care how it looks, how we do it. I just want to end up, Saturday afternoon being 3-0.
They've only allowed 1 sack, I believe, in 2 games. How important is it for you guys to not let Vanderbilt get comfortable back there and impact them?
Well, I think that's paramount. I mean, our whole philosophy is disrupting, disrupting the quarterback's rhythm and those type of things. So one of that is they're a 2-back, multiple tight end set, and they really do a good job protecting him, and he's done a good job getting the ball out. So that'll be important in the game. I mean, I think that the key for us, I'll be honest with you, going in the game is making sure that we eliminate the negative yardage plays. Those are so out of, because that's so uncharacteristic. Our whole premise of our offense is to get the ball out on time. So we haven't. We've got to get that. We've got to eliminate the negative yardage plays and don't put the ball in jeopardy. That is the key. Eliminate the negative yardage plays. Don't put the ball in jeopardy. And that's got to be the focus this week, and for that improvement, it's got to happen. So, but again, I don't. My whole deal is I told the guys that you have one. We're undefeated right now. Very few times you get an opportunity to be playing for that every week, and we got to figure out some way, fight, scratch, whatever we got to do to get 3-0. I've got a lot of confidence in our guys.
To get to the offense that you want to see, I mean, it's such a drastic change from what a lot of these guys have been,
It is. I mean, one of
in their heads.
yeah,
Do you look for it to click, or is it incremental?
It's just in the past. Nothing that we're going through right now is surprised me at all. Absolutely none of it. Naturally, we would expect it to be smoother than it's been, but it doesn't surprise me. These guys have been trained 4 and 5 years to run another system, and so getting them moved over to a complete new way of doing things has not been easy. But I'll tell you this, it's just going to click. That's what I would tell you. Is that I can tell you that. I thought we got better every single spring practice. I thought we got better every single fall camp practice. We practice and scrimmage is a heck of a lot better than we played the first 2 games. And so I think in the games, national games, a little different situation. And there's been a great learning experience, and I'm looking for us to play our best game. I mean, as long as we just keep getting better every week, and I think we have. We've gotten better every week. I mean, we've just made, again, there's a lot of things that have happened that are just things that are characteristic of not being familiar with what you're doing.
Okay. Coach,
Okay.
thank you very much.
All right.